Right, we've made it to day 9 of 12 days of crafting, and today I am going to make some flat canvases. So I'm using a 3-pack of the flat canvases. They are 4x6 canvases, and they came from the $1.25 store. It's no longer Dollar Tree. Um, so I am just cutting these open. Of course, the image was already printed for me. I printed it on the Sawgrass 500, of course, using my favorite, the HTV Runt sublimation paper. Um, Handy dandy butcher paper, making sure that I am protecting my heat press. So I'm going to put butcher paper on the bottom and, of course, on the top of this project. So right now you see me lining up the canvases. I am going to use the Scotch thermal laminating pouches. These are the 8x10. I have the menu size ones. I actually just didn't feel like going in there to grab them, but these work just fine. Of course, you have to see what size you need. So I was only able to fit 2 of the 4x6s on one sheet. So the thermal laminating pouch, I just pretty much pulled it apart so that I can use both pieces. The rough side goes down onto the canvas. I didn't want to press it for too long because, of course, with sublimation, it has to be pressed. So here I am just getting some of that excess laminating film off of the canvases. You see how it's stuck to the paper? And that is why you put the butcher paper or something down to protect your heat press or your easy press or whatever it is that you are working with, because you do not want stuff to get stuck to it, because of course with your next project you have a hot mess. So I cleaned those up. I didn't clean them up super good, but here I'm just fitting them on to the canvases. And of course it says stink, stank, stunk. These canvases will be going into my bathroom because of course my family is doing the Grinch theme for the holidays. So I'm just fitting the images onto each one to see how I want them placed. And I did print out a little Grinch head to place on one of the canvases. So I'm just trying to see how I can fit it on to this 4x6 with the words, because of course I don't want them to overlap. I was considering doing vinyl, but I didn't want to weed anything out tonight, so I stuck with handy dandy printing and sublimation. It is quick and easy. Of course, I love my crickets and my silhouettes and my vinyl, but some days that weeding is for the birds, so we are sublimating. And plus I just like how easy it is, and the colors come out vibrant. So, and then of course, taping down your items so that it does not move. I probably should have pressed these one at a time because it's an auto press, so it's auto sensing for the pressure. So I probably should have pressed them one at a time, but I didn't. And of course, I pressed them at 400 degrees for 50 seconds. So let's see how this turns out. That's just my little trash can. I have an automatic trash can, so if you get close to it, it just opens up. So that's what I'm cleaning up, my little trash, while I was waiting for the press to open up. So if you see something moving in the background, it's just a trash can. But yes, they were still a little warm while I was peeling this off. Not too hot to touch, but they were definitely still a little warm. I had waited a couple seconds, but still warm to touch. So please be careful. Wear heat gloves when you're using your heat press. And this is how they turned out. The black was a little sketchy, and that's why I said I think I should have used it separate. But thanks for watching.